Now we can switch on to discussing your interview, during the interview part.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you remember like how many students were shortlisted for this particular profile, hardware engineering profile by Google?
Uh, Hardware engineering, maybe 15 to 16, roughly. I don't exactly remember. Roughly, yeah.
Yes. And out of that 15, 16 students, five were finally given the offers.
Yes, yes,
Yes, five hardware engineers were selected finally.
yes.
I might be wrong, but as I have heard from people that Google, they have, I guess, three, four rounds of interviews.
Yes, yes. We had, I mean, I had 3 rounds of interview,
Mhm.
and the HR kind of questions were carried along with the technical round. There was no
Okay.
separate round for it. It was in between. In
Oh,
between the technical questions, they might ask you certain HR kind of questions.
oh. Could you means of course whatever you remember, you can discuss those things. Like what happened in the first round, or at least like the important points or situations which happened in the first round. Then yeah.
Okay. In the first round, I was asked about my thesis project, what I worked on, and what are the difficulties that I faced, how I resolved it, and what the new things that I learned during or while doing the project. This was one major part of the first round. Then he did ask about analog and digital questions for memories. He asked about memories, then the sense amplifiers. Those portions were covered. Then he did ask about computer architecture, but I hadn't done a course in microprocessor or processors. But he was open to, like, if you don't know anything, it's better that you say it that okay, you're not comfortable with that. Then he helped me, and I did try. I didn't give up. But since I hadn't taken that course or I didn't have exposure, it was like it's fine. We'll move on to the next questions, next level of questions. So that is how the first round went.
So what was the duration of the first round? The approximate duration?
First round, the placement, the first round took around 30 to 40 minutes. Each round was 30 to 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Yes.
So in the first round, questions were primarily focused on your MTP and some amount of computer architecture
And
and memory.
memory,
Yeah.
yes. And there were a few simple questions like circuit based questions, network analysis sort of questions were also there.
Okay. So all these questions were like they were asking something and you were answering, or they also asked you to write or draw something.
Yeah, certain questions. If the memories question, I had to draw the structure of a SRAM.
Okay.
So we have to do it online. Either I could draw it on a paper and I could show the paper, or
Yes.
we could use Jamboard or Google Sheets or whatever, so
Yes.
that they were flexible. I
Okay.
could draw it on a paper and show it to them, so they would click the picture and save it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And they were very supportive. Like even if the connection was going or if there is any connection failure, they had informed us earlier that they'll take a telephonic interview. We don't have to panic. So they made us very comfortable.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So that way your first round went on, and then
Yeah.
there was second round of the interview. So, and also you mentioned that HR questions were going side by side in these rounds. So any
Yes.
HR question in the first round?
Yeah. The way I dealt with the problems in my project, that was kind of how what I learned, how I overcome those issues, or in that sense, it was kind of. It was a technical, but HR. It was going hand in hand.
Yeah. I believe that also like dealing with challenges and the problems that also shows that you did not give up, and at the
Yeah,
same
the
time
problem solving. Yes.
yes, yes, yes. So yeah, definitely, and I think for any project they are really looking for like what was the objective, how did you solve the problems, and how did you overcome those problems.
Yes. Yes.
Project we need to have answers for all these points.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that way your first round got concluded, and then the second round of interview was there. So what was the focus of that round, mainly?
It also had an HR question. Then it had timing diagrams, digital domain. It basically focused on that. Questions from gate level questions, timing issues or errors, fault. So those questions were covered. Network analysis question was there. Then state diagram, FSM based questions were there. So I was given a question where I had to complete the diagram so that a particular FSM was implemented.
Okay.
But I found a mistake in the question, so I didn't give up. I corrected him that there is a problem. It couldn't be solved in this way. So that is what happened. If you think that there is some mistake or there is something, don't give up. Just give whatever you know, or give the answer that you get.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, you mentioned that there are questions on network analysis,
Yes.
and then the timing issues, error, fault, all this. So, timing
Yes.
issues means
ST analysis. Timing issues as in ST analysis, static timing analysis.
okay.
Yeah. So we have to find the whole time.
Okay, setup time.
Violations. Yes. Yes.
Okay. And then what about these errors, faults? What are these things?
Stuck at 1, stuck at 0. How to identify them? If
Okay.
there is any testability related questions.
Okay. And because of network analysis, what are they giving you from circuit diagram or what?
Yes, they were giving. They had given me a circuit diagram. I had to solve it. What is the net resistance? Yes. So
Okay.
it involved. It was not a simple circuit. It had so many star delta conversions were to be done.
Okay.
So at the first go, you won't be able to solve it. You have to use. You have to switch from star to delta, delta to star. Multiple rounds you had to do it.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess in all of these rounds, they were giving you some kind of numericals, like solve it and then give us the solution.
Yes, yes. There were questions related, basically digital questions, POS, SOP, canonical forms, a number of gates required to implement a logic. So such digital, purely digital based questions, all those were.
Okay, yeah. Yes, and definitely, since you are prepared well and you are also given get in EC, so those things definitely you would have prepared well and you could solve those questions. Yeah.
Yeah. All I have to say is don't give up. Just
Yes.
give it a try, and whatever answer you get, don't say I don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So any HR type questions in this particular round?
Yeah, there was an HR question more like if I'm working in a team and there's an issue, if I come in with one particular kind of solution and the other members in the group are finding another solution to it, two different, how do you go forward with it? So that was one question, or it could be a design. So I answer it by clubbing it to a design problem. If it is a design problem, then how can I solve it? So I answered it in that way. So which he really liked. He did appreciate for it. That's how. Yeah.
So any questions on your professional experience in these two rounds? Like what were you doing in that role particularly?
Yeah, actually, in such scenarios, rather than just telling that you'll convince them by telling, just tell that you can prove it by doing the design with the actual facts and figures. You will be proving your point. And I also did mention that I'll also be okay with if the other guys can prove me wrong, then I accept and learn. So my answer was towards that. So
yeah.
Yeah,
of course, the willingness to accept your
yes.
Yeah, we might not be correct all the time.
Yeah,
it's better to learn from your peers and then keep growing. So
even the HR questions, I try to link it with a design point of view or the kind of work that I'll be handling or I had handled.
So you also mentioned about your work experience.
No, that helped me in design. Articulating this answer.
Yes. Yeah. So okay. So these two rounds were there, and then there was so the panelist was same in these two rounds, or the panelist?
No, different. Yeah.
So like Miss. So first round was mainly focused on your MTP and some amount of memory architecture and all these things.
Yes.
Right. And second, I guess your second round was on network analysis.
Digital.
Yes, digital. Okay, so can we club it like the first round was mainly focused on this design, the second means what they checking particular something in any particular round, or it was a mixed kind of?
It was mixed kind of. They were not checking anything in particular, but whatever questions they asked, it in the first round it had computer architecture related, so it had every sort of questions. Yeah. So the general approach of us towards the questions or how we solve it, that was what they were checking.
Yes.
It was not anything specific, because in the first round I even had a question analog related sense amplifier and it's working, how it does. So since I had it's worked and mixed, that sense amplifier I could explain a little more. which he was really interested in. I was talking about comparators or regenerative circuits, which he got interested in, and we had a slight discussion on that.
Okay. Yeah. So, any questions on your course projects in these 2 rounds?
Yeah, in the course projects, no, they didn't specifically ask about course project. It was MTP, thesis project.
Okay. And then the other area,
Yeah, but as I said, the sense amplifier questions, these were related to my course projects. Like it had portions of it. Yeah.
So since you have done corporate, so you could articulate it well.
Yes.
Yes, true. So yes, course project and okay. So of course we discussed about these 2 rounds, and of course the related HR questions also we discussed. And now then there was a third round of interview.
Yes.
Yes. So what was the focus, or how did that round go actually in your case?
In that it was more digital VLSI. Earlier it was gate level VLSI, we could say. Here it was more like if you have a circuit, the power consumption, the switching and the power consumption related to that. So how to minimize the power? So for that, the way you would be switching, then so that you arrange the gates in such a way that you can reduce the power consumption. Then it was related to different architectures, or you have VLSI design. There is a course, so complete portions of that. It covered most of it.
Okay.
Yeah, certain domino logic or certain logics are there. The way you arrange your CMOS design. So those related, topics related to those were asked.
Okay. So now they were in this round they were asking questions on the system design, means VLSI.
VLSI, digital VLSI design, yes. I think Rabe book is there for digital VLSI design. So basics from that. Basically,
I could not.
Rabe.
Okay. So yeah, so maybe we can add these,
Yes.
so that people could have a look, or at least they have a reference to start with.
Yes.
Yes. So that this round also continued for around 30-40 minutes.
Yes, it continued for 30-40 minutes. It had questions from digital VLSI, then certain algorithm-based questions. Certain diagrams were given. So how I would traverse through that figures, the logic to find that, or an algorithm to find that. So initially I had asked if I had to code. He was like, I can code it in any language or tell the algorithm. Okay. It was flexible, yeah.
So means this coding was like through SQL.
No, he rather wanted the algorithm, how we would approach that. Because first, initially, I started with C programming, but then I ended up with giving the algorithm because coding could take a longer time. So I was telling the algorithm. So based on a figure, that given an L-shaped figure. So different points, coordinates were given, not every. So first we had to find the rest of the coordinates, and then we had to tell the algorithm to find for the minimum length or a distance traversing, or to find if a particular region is within that figure. Such questions.
So this was a technical question or a technical question, like
it was a technical sort of programming, not exactly, but algorithms. They were asking, so it was, but they didn't ask me to code it.
Yes, just the algorithm and how do you proceed.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and any HR questions in this particular round or some similar?
No HR questions in this particular round.
Okay. So yes. So then these three rounds were Miss got concluded, right? These 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then there were questions from basic digital, like representation in base 2 or base -2.
Okay.
Base -2, and if you could represent certain numbers in that. So if it is a unique code, or there are multiple ways to represent, such questions were also there. I mean, these are the few questions that I remember.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So, Miss, like any questions on your any technical skills, like which tool do you know, or anything did they ask in your interview?
They did not ask about any tool. Like while I was explaining about my thesis project, they asked in which tool I'm doing it or I'm using. Other than that, they did not focus on any tools.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So So of course, so I guess these we have covered the three rounds which happened in your interview, and
Yes.
these three rounds, as we can see, that they were mainly
Yes.
technical,
Heavily technical, a few HR questions. That's
and a
it.
few HR questions, and all those questions were related to your somehow your MTP or the course projects or the
Yes.
profile. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Heavily concentrated on the profile, I would rather say that.
So now, like the doc which they had shared or the session which they had conducted. So do you feel that the session which they conducted, that the questions were mainly around those topics only?
Uh, yeah, around those topics.
Okay.
And certain subjects were there which really helped me for this. VLSI design is one such course because it's a basic digital design course, so it really helped.
Okay.
And there, as I said, the PDF they had shared had the topics that would be focusing. So learning that, give more exposure. When you use the online platforms, you get to learn a little more. So altogether, it helped.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so they are connected the session especially for those who will be appearing for the interview.
Yes.
For those was very customized session, I can say.
Yes, definitely it was. It really helped actually.
Yeah, true. So, okay, so I guess then we have covered the things which happened in your interview actually,
Yeah.
and also we have covered the things which happened before the interview. Now, in case of your interview, do you, remember anything like which you had not studied and but they asked questions on that? So,
Uh,
like you feel that, oh, I did not study, but even though questions were there on that particular topic, anything in particular?
uh, Processor design. I hadn't taken processor design. So questions relating to cache was there. So only the basic questions I could answer. So they went into like associativity, four-way associativity, which I couldn't. So if you know more about processor, then I could easily answer those questions and it would have gone in that direction as well.
Okay.
That is one thing, yeah.
While appearing for an interview, you prepare certain questions, like this question
Yes.
should be asked. So
Yeah.
you would have, of course, you prepared some questions. So,
Yes.
it's like those questions were asked, like, what
Yes.
where those questions came.
Definitely. Static timing analysis is one.
Okay.
Then the other one is memories.
Oh,
So as I said, there are certain hot topics for VLSI domain. So I had prepared these certain things which really help.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And in case of in your case, programming. So at any point of time, like you mentioned that in test there were a few programming questions in C or C++, only a few
Yes.
questions. And of course, in interview also being asked, coding algorithm questions, not
Yes.
write text, but write the algorithm or mention the algorithm. So
Yes.
this, the level of coding is for this particular profile. What how much proficiency should one be coding with?
The basic coding skills is required. I had referred to that. I had taken computer science in my plus two. So at that time we had basic level programming like Fibonacci series or questions of that sort, for loop, while loop, such those level questions. Not into I didn't revise data structures, but these questions are for loop. Say we do a lot of things.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so all those questions I had, just went through them.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
basic coding, of course, we need for, I think, these profiles as well. We
Yeah,
need.
because during that session they had mentioned about scripting and coding languages. So the basics which I knew, I just revised it, and whichever I knew, I just revised it.
So basics from your class 12th.
Yeah, but that is pretty easy one. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just
So
revised.
you will not, study coding in your means. Of course, you did not revise the things which you have done in this, in your masters. Did you take any coding course or something like that in your masters?
No computer science related coding. It was rather for VHDL or Verilog based
Yeah.
subjects were there, but not in CPP. So yeah, so I just had to brush up that. But
Yeah.
that was not of much help. But since they had mentioned that programming is required,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, and since you have studied, CS in class 12, so of course you could easily revise those concepts. And
yes.
yeah, so yes, so we discussed about coding as well, and then we discussed about test and all these things. So we have covered, quite a few things now. Only a few things which were new in this year actually, like online versus offline. Okay, like
Okay.
this time interview you conducted completely in online mode. So, do you feel any, any pros and cons if you could talk about these things? Like so you were at home while the interview
Yes.
was. Okay.
Yes, I was at home,
Yeah.
and one thing is we could. I had support from my parents. Or like that was one good thing. Like you
Yeah.
could be a little more chill, but the online process had its own disadvantages also. The scheduling, all those, it was quite difficult because the the whole institute had it, the placement scenario, and then you'll be having interviews in different companies. So
Yeah.
there was a little issue with that, clashes and all. But if you take a particular company, once the interview starts, it went pretty well. So my personal experience, then if you're looking, I mean, if I'm answering in that way, every interviews went pretty well. Like online or offline, it didn't make much difference. But
Yeah.
scheduling, yes, it did.
Yeah.
Certain interviews didn't happen because it was overlapping. If we
Yeah.
were in campus, we could deal with such situations.
Yes, exactly.
And Google was very supportive with, if there was, if the signal is weak or in any such issues, they would give it time.
Yeah.
So there were situations when after you write or you solve a question, you have to show the paper answer to them. They click the picture. So every now and then we have to show, and it has to be clear. So they
Yeah.
were also very patient, and it went very smooth.
Yes.
So in that perspective, it was fine. But then if you look at the overall aspect, no, it was not very smooth. The online mode was not very smooth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess you might have seen or at least seen that glimpse of the offline interview because in last season you were in the campus and the interview
Yes,
was.
yes. So in that case, as I said, there will not be any issues with clashes. You could
Yeah.
inform them, or
Yeah.
we have to call them. We'll be attending an interview, and our runners would be our family members, which is
Yeah.
for that, family, it's difficult for them to handle such things.
Yes.
If our juniors or if our friends are, being our runners, then it is easy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So in
Yeah.
that way, the online is not very great, but otherwise,
Yes.
a one-on-one interview once it starts, it's fine.
Yeah.
But as I said, the scheduling is the
Yes.
place where every issues came up. Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah. I hope so that in the next, we don't know like what will happen to the next placement season, whether it's online, offline, or a mix of those two. It might happen, but yeah. Like in your, so any advice you would like to give the upcoming student? Like suppose if they want to make their career in as a hardware engineer, be it any company, Google or some other firm. Yeah. So any advice for them? Like in case of MTech TV mainly, they only have 2 years. So they sometimes they want to start early, like which course should I study or how should I prepare for any profile. So
Yeah.
what advice do you have for the upcoming students who want to, who have your profile as their dream jobs?
Uh, First thing is that I've met many students having the doubt whether it's analog or digital. That comes. I mean, I had my juniors contacting me with this question. So it's a very difficult thing for us because we don't have much exposure in everything. We have done certain courses. So with that, it's better that you do courses in each of it, analog and digital. Give it a balanced one, unless you are very sure. If you are very sure that you need analog or digital, then it's fine. Otherwise, keep it, I mean, in a balanced way that you have exposure to both and prepare both for the test. For the test, what I have experienced is both are very essential. If you
Yeah.
just look into analog, then your digital side would be weak, and the overall mark matters.
Yes.
So you have to. And even for aptitude, certain companies have aptitude questions. So it's better that you prepare for that as well.
Yeah.
Then, if it is analog, then you have to see certain lecture series from NPTEL, or just prepare it that way. If it is analog, that. If it is digital, as I said, there are certain websites. Just follow that and
Yeah.
learn. And the technical books, Rabe or Razavi, whichever domain you're selecting, go with it. Yeah,
Yes.
that is one thing. And during the interviews, never give up and never bluff. If you don't know, you can say that you don't know that and you're new to this, or just try it.
Yes.
That's two things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Your experience will definitely serve as a motivation for the upcoming students because everyone wants to be placed, in form like Google because it's somewhat its core job, dream job, and all these things. and people join masters with this ambition or passion to join a firm like this. So definitely, this your experience will help a lot of upcoming students, not only from IIT, only from any institute for that matter. So yeah, so I guess we've covered all these things, and so thank you very much. Thank
It
you
is my
for
pleasure.
sharing your time for this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.